She said what she has done for women's sports and basketball, and to have her at our golf tournament, I mean, I'm like in awe. I've got a basketball and hoping she signs it for my girls. But how cool for her to come out and support us this week and only help grow women's golf.
The world of sports thrives on moments that transcend the boundaries of competition, moments where skill, personality, and respect intertwine to create unforgettable stories. Caitlin Clark, the electrifying basketball star, has become synonymous with such moments, not merely for her phenomenal talent, but for the unspoken reverence she commands across sports.
This Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television.
When the LPGA, known for its focus on grace and precision, gave her a level of recognition that left the WNBA scrambling, it wasn't just an incident. It was an education in how athletes of her caliber deserve to be treated. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. The setup to this story began with the kind of chaos only modern sports rivalries can ignite. The WNBA, an organization with deep roots in fostering women's basketball, had an apparent opportunity to embrace Clark's ascendancy, to celebrate her achievements and extend a proverbial red carpet. Yet, for reasons that defy logic, their response felt more like a shrug. The LPGA, on the other hand, swooped in with a gesture so fitting, so seamless, that it exposed the WNBA's misstep in glaring fashion. Clark's rise to prominence wasn't quiet. It was loud, unapologetic, and filled with the kind of flair that makes highlight reels feel incomplete without her. Her swagger on the court, her knack for sinking impossible threes, and the fiery energy she brings to every game are the kinds of traits that turn casual fans into diehard followers. If basketball had a pulse, it would sound a lot like the crowd roaring every time Caitlin Clark touched the ball. And yet, her story isn't just one of raw talent. It's about how she plays the game, with an infectious joy and competitive edge that make her impossible to ignore. When the LPGA decided to honor Clark, it wasn't just about throwing her name into a press release. They crafted an experience that screamed, "We see you, and we get it." From pairing her with top golfers to treating her like the celebrity she has become, the LPGA displayed an understanding of what it means to acknowledge greatness. It wasn't just a nod, it was a standing ovation with all the bells and whistles. Clark didn't just participate, she was celebrated. Every interaction, every moment, seemed designed to remind everyone why Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. The humor in the WNBA's apparent oversight isn't lost in hindsight. They could have leaned into her aura, basked in the reflected glow of her burgeoning stardom, and yet their reaction felt about as inspired as a missed layup. It was like watching someone fumble a sure thing, a lottery ticket that they forgot to cash. What makes this scenario even more biting is how effortlessly the LPGA stepped in and nailed it. They didn't overthink it. They treated Clark with the kind of respect and admiration that is inherently obvious to anyone who's seen her play. The implications of this contrast are stark. For the WNBA, it's a lesson in recognizing not just talent, but the magnetic draw of certain personalities. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's an icon in the making. And icons require more than box scores and stats to cement their legacy. They thrive on moments that elevate them beyond their craft, and the LPGA provided just that. It's not about competing leagues or egos. It's about understanding what makes sports magical. It's about creating a stage where brilliance can shine brightest. Clark, for her part, seemed to take it all in stride. Her demeanor, confident but grounded, underscored why she's so captivating. She didn't need to demand attention, it naturally gravitated toward her. There's something almost poetic about her reaction to the LPGA's recognition, a quiet acknowledgement that this was how things should be done. In contrast, the WNBA's missed opportunity felt more glaring, like a spotlight turned inward to reveal what could have been. This isn't to diminish what the WNBA has achieved or the role it plays in advancing women's sports. The league has been pivotal in creating opportunities and fostering a platform for female athletes. But moments like these serve as reminders that resting on past accomplishments isn't enough. The sports landscape is dynamic, shaped by personalities that bring something fresh and irreplaceable to the table. Caitlin Clark is one of those personalities, and how she's treated sets a precedent for how future stars should be embraced. The ripple effects of the LPGA's move extend beyond sports. It's about what it means to see someone's worth and act accordingly. Clark's journey represents something bigger than basketball, a shift in how female athletes are perceived and celebrated. She isn't just part of a game, she's shaping its future. The LPGA's recognition was a nod to that reality, a moment that said, "We're paying attention, and we're here for it." For fans, the juxtaposition of these two responses was both frustrating and amusing. On one hand, there's the disappointment of seeing an organization like the WNBA miss a golden opportunity. On the other, there's the undeniable humor in watching the LPGA, a league with no direct stake in basketball, show them how it's done. It's the kind of scenario that makes you shake your head while laughing at the absurdity of it all. What stands out most in this tale is the simplicity of what the LPGA did. They didn't reinvent the wheel or try to overcomplicate things. They saw Caitlin Clark for what she is, a generational talent who deserves to be treated as such. Their approach was straightforward yet impactful, a blueprint for how to honor athletes without losing sight of what makes them special. For Caitlin Clark, this moment is just another chapter in what promises to be an extraordinary career. Her talent on the court is undeniable, but it's her ability to connect with people, whether through her electrifying play or her magnetic personality, that sets her apart. The LPGA recognized that, and in doing so, they created a moment that will be remembered long after the details of any particular game fade from memory. As the WNBA reflects on what might have been, there's a lesson here for all sports organizations. Recognizing greatness isn't just about stats or trophies. It's about understanding the stories that captivate audiences and the individuals who bring those stories to life. Caitlin Clark is one of those individuals, and the LPGA's actions were a masterclass in how to celebrate that. It wasn't about golf or basketball. It was about appreciating brilliance in its purest form. And for anyone paying attention, the message was clear. Caitlin Clark deserves nothing less. The WNBA's missed opportunity and the LPGA's seamless embrace of Caitlin Clark echo a broader truth in sports. Moments of recognition aren't just for the athletes. They're for the fans, the culture, and the future of the game. Clark's magnetic presence isn't just about her ability to dominate on the basketball court. It's about the excitement she generates, the crowds she draws, and the way she inspires others to believe in their own potential. Her appeal crosses boundaries, pulling in sports enthusiasts from every corner, united in their awe of her talent and charisma. The LPGA didn't need a manual to understand this. Their actions felt intuitive, as though Clark's impact was too obvious to ignore. By giving her the platform she deserved, they not only celebrated her excellence, but demonstrated how an athlete's influence can resonate beyond their chosen sport. For fans, it reinforced why they follow these games, not just for the competition, but for the connection. As Caitlin Clark's star continues to rise, this story will remain a defining moment in her legacy. It serves as a reminder that recognizing greatness is about more than acknowledgement. It's about creating an enduring narrative that uplifts everyone involved, leaving no room for regret. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.